Hello everyone, my name is ProPokeNoob, and today I'm going to be bringing you kind of just a chat upload because I do have battles, but I'm doing this before school and I wanted to get more stuff up for you guys. And I actually did this type of upload a couple of weeks ago and I wanted to put it out actually around just after New Year's, but it turned out that I recorded with the wrong mic. I recorded with a laptop mic, which is extremely tiny and tiny? It's extremely tiny, it's like this big, and then it was just really low. So decided to bring it with my mic here, finally, and you might hear a little bit of a in the back, but I mean, I can't help it, my technology is crap. So, today, I'm actually just doing a quick, opinion piece on a ton of Pokemon who have changed tiers in the past few weeks, I guess, month or so. Has it been a month yet? I don't know. It's been at least a couple of weeks, and I've had a chance to see these Pokemon do work or not do work, which is why they're moving down and stuff like that, or moving up. So, this is a list of the Pokemon that we are going to be looking at. If you guys cannot read my writing, I am sorry, but I tried my best to make the cleanest stuff ever. And yeah, as you can see, we have a lot to talk about, and I got Smogon open right here, so let's just start off right away with Chansey. Okay, Chansey's been the biggest one moving around, went down to UU after being said that Blissey was superior to it, and you don't see Chansey being used very much, and then you find that they have a Chansey Cofagrigus core, basically, screwing people over, because I can't think of a single Pokemon who could take down that entire core. So, it got kicked up to BL. If I am not mistaken, hopefully it's still there. Please still be there. Yeah, it's in BL. Now, in my opinion, I don't think it should have moved at all. I think OU was perfect for it, just because I knew if it went to UU, yeah, okay. The thing that I had to legitimize myself with was, okay, well, we have Heracross, we have Mienshao, we have, Virizion, we've got those types of Pokemon, and then I learned about the Chansey Cofagrigus core, and I flipped out. That was nuts. So, kicking it to BL is it's the Staraptor syndrome all over again. You can't figure out where to put it. Personally, though, if you see it just killing UU, and it's not being used in OU, just shove it back in OU. You really don't need to put it in UU. You're never going to question it going down to UU, but I guess it's just another collecting pool type Pokemon. It's just going to gather dust and, do stuff like that. Now, the next couple of things that I have mixed feelings about, actually, is the Abomasnow and the Snover. Abomasnow moving down to UU, and Snover moving up to RU. Now, at first, because I am a very big advocate of keeping Permaweather out of lower tiers, I was kind of worried about it because, the only thing I can think of was, well, now they're going to have, leftovers negated, you're going to have Pokemon who abuse Hail, and you're going to have all these powerful teams that are over-centralized around the Permaweather. So, then I thought about it, and I talked to a couple of friends, and they kind of made me realize that there's not really many Pokemon that can abuse the Hail. I mean, you got Stalrain, which is almost like you have to do it, because you've been doing it since 3rd gen, so now you have to do it. And, yeah, between Walrein, and you can't really think of many Ice types that can really abuse Stab Blizzard, and even if you had Ice types on your team, you're not using Blizzard. So, not in RU and UU anyways, you're most likely using Ice Beam, HP Ice, because those are the Pokemon that those Pokemon that are most effective in the tier. So, I've got mixed feelings. I haven't played too many, which kind of convinces me that, okay, maybe it can stay in lower tiers. You can kind of have fun with making a Hail team, and maybe it just negates the fact that, Rain runs rampant in RU, and UU, you just have a whole bunch of powerful threats that, residual damage would look good against, so. And besides, Abomasnow and Snover don't have the best stats. Snover's basically a 6v5 in the very beginning, because it can't do much at all unless you give it Ice Shard, and that's pretty much all it can do. So, yeah. I don't like Permaweather anywhere below. Now I have to say below OU, because it used to be, I don't like any Permawhale. I don't like any Permawhales, ladies and gentlemen, no. I don't like any Permaweather below Ubers, but then, you got T-Tar, it's like, okay, fine, I'll keep it to OU, but now you got UU and RU, and, tons of conflicting stuff going up there. Now, next, Absol moved up to RU. I like Absol. It's a very powerful Pokemon, one of my favorites. It's the Pokemon that I chose to be my starter if I was a trainer and Pokemon actually existed, which, hoping for. But, just its stats were, it was too good if it's set up, it had a base 130 attack, first of all, and 75 speed, which is quite powerful for the NU tier, which is also why a couple of other Pokemon moved up with it. But it was doing a lot of work, like a lot of work, and plus 2 Sucker Punch was killing off a ton of sweepers, and you know, it was basically holding back offensive threats just simply because it could do so much damage to them. So sad to see him go. I understand though, and frankly, it doesn't really phase my teams because I mean, okay, I've used an Absol, but I could do without one as well. Next up is actually Chinchino, also moving up to RU. Now, this was understandable. The thing's got, I think, 115... Where is it? Where are you? Right here. Right here. So professional, man. It's got 95 attack and 115 speed. First of all, that's nuts. Second of all, just the fact that it has Skill Link now, it just, you know, Bullet Seed and Rock Blast and Tail Slap are just too good. Maybe not as a cover. Well, it is a good coverage. Like, it's a pretty decent coverage. But, I mean, it's just so powerful. Stab, Tail Slap hitting 5 times is 32.5 times 5. That's 32 times 2 is 65, 130. That's like 162.5 base power that's slapping you. Like, that's stronger than a stab return. And it's hitting 5 times, which means it breaks subs, takes down sturdy Pokemon with Focus Sash. I mean, it's extremely painful. And there wasn't very much in the tier that could take on a Bandit or a Scarf variant, or even a Life Orb variant, or, as we all know, the Rocky Helmet variant. So, unfortunately, you know, it had to go down, it had to go up, but you know what? I think it actually balanced out the tier a little bit, because everyone was using Chinchino. I mean, why wouldn't you use Chinchino? And I was using Chinchino, for the love of God. I actually was making an NU team, and then they said Chinchino's been banned to RU, and that sucks, because my team kind of went around Chinchino, but I guess that's why they did. Next up is Amoonguss, and this guy, thank God. I've been waiting for this thing to move, okay? It does not belong in NU. What they were thinking for that whole frickin' month period looked like this, okay? It's just, no, it doesn't belong in NU. It belongs in, I said UU. I mean, RU is okay. Okay, I said if they're not gonna put it in UU, at least put it in frickin' RU, because it's just, between Regenerator, having the ability to Spore, its typing is extremely defensive. It's really difficult to kill, and the only thing you needed was its counterpart. Well, even not even its counterpart. I mean, you had to use Emboar, and Emboar moved up to RU. What does that tell you? You can use fire types, you can use stuff like Charizard and stuff like that, but even then, you had to, like, it could take a hit. It could just take too many hits, and it was really freaking annoying, and too much of a wall. And between the Amoonguss Alomomola core, you know, Alomomoongus core, or whatever you want, Amoongalola, I like that name, Amoongalola core, yeah, just stupid, and it works together. It's not like it's just 2 Pokemon with Regenerator, it actually has synergy, so, Amoonguss definitely needed to move out for, you know, its extreme bulk and stuff like that, and like I said, another Pokemon that kind of liked to come in and smash it with fire moves was Emboar, and Emboar has been kicked out of NU. This one actually surprised me a little bit, then I went to go back and look at his stats and remind myself, oh, yeah, well, that's why, because no one wanted to switch into a Banded Flare Blitz. Yeah. Base 123 attack, and 110 110 HP? Whew. It's gone, yeah. But yeah. It's gone to RU. Now, the funny thing is, when, I was watching Wild Chase and the Flaming Spade talk about the tiers, how they do it every month, like the tier usage and what's moved and stuff like that. They actually said that Chinchino, Amoonguss, and Emboar were mistakes, or there was something, well, it wasn't necessarily mistakes, but the items and the moves that were most prominent were actually incorrect. It was something, what did he say, like, the most popular was like a type of berry, or the most popular moves on Emboar was nothing, like nothing, no item at all, and like no moves at all, like one was struggle type of thing. So, there was a mistake in the usage for that, but I agree with all 3 moving up to RU. I do. Absol for sure moved up to RU. Chinchino, I think, for sure, and then I think Amoonguss and Emboar were iffy ones. But I mean, when you look at it, you might as well keep them in RU because they belong there. And you know, you could easily just insert move that was most popular. Flare Blitz on Emboar, Spore on Amoonguss. So, yeah. And abilities, obviously, is just a no-brainer. And especially when... Doesn't this thing get reckless? Doesn't Emboar get reckless in the Dream World? Yeah, it gets reckless in the Dream World. That's gonna be nuts! I mean, I'd probably still take Blaze over reckless, but I mean, if you put reckless on, you do... does he get... If he gets Double Edge, and Flare Blitz, that's gonna hurt. So, anyways, enough about that. Gotta keep moving. This next one... I don't know why they did this. Jinx has been moved to BL 3. Stare at my face for a moment if you're still watching this. Oh, and by the way, if you're not interested in watching my beautiful mug, you just minimize. I'm just going to be talking the whole time. Yeah, I'm telling you that 10 minutes into the video, or however long this has been. How long has this been? Let's see. Oh, 10 minutes into the video. Not bad. Okay, so... Jinx has been moved down to BL 3. Let's just pull this guy up. Wait, what? Oh, it's been kicked back up to RU. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Well, for a while there, it was in this thing called BL3. And I guess they just moved it up to RU because they realized, like everyone's been saying, BL3 is the dumbest friggin' tier you could ever think of. Oh, well, it's too good for NU, but it's not good enough for RU. Because, you know, like, those two tiers really have a big difference other than RU is just a collecting pool for too much strong in NU. That's all it is, people. You don't need to kick it to a third BL. Like, really. And when I wrote these notes, like, 2 weeks ago, it was in BL3. Now it's apparently just moved to RU, and it's back on the tier, just confirming it and smoking here. I really wish I could record the screen what I'm doing, because I do have the desire to do kind of like a podcast, talk show type thing, but I wanted to be able to record the screen while being on a Skype call and stuff like that. But unfortunately, no, Skype recorder's not working for beans. And I really don't know why. I'm not doing anything different from anyone else. But the point is, Jinx was in a stupid tier before. Now it's back in RU. Leave it in RU. I don't see it used anyways. It's still called the NU Darkrai. It's not. Like, it's powerful. Okay, I get it. But if we look at this... Like, I mean, if you really want to compare to the other Pokemon that have been moving up, Jinx has a base... What do we got here? 115 special attack and 95 speed, which is almost like Chinchino with the 95 attack and 115 speed. So in the ways of stats like that, okay, fine. But do you see Jinx being used? I don't. So, that's okay. Next up. Unfortunately, these two Pokemon have been undervalued and as a result kicked out just because they are outdone by better Pokemon. The first one being Rosalia. Do you remember that name? Neither do I, because it's gone down to NU now, and I haven't seen it in RU in forever. Quite literally forever. I saw it when I started playing almost a year ago. Or more than a year ago. Yeah, more than a year ago, but I don't see it anymore, and that's because it's outclassed. You know? You don't need spikes. If you want spikes, Excelgor. You want sleep powder? Tangrowth. And now Amoonguss. I mean, and the thing about Rosalia is you needed to put Eviolite, otherwise it really was useless. You could put Focus Sash, but that's really pointless. And, you know, Eviolite gave it the bulk, and I mean, it is... Let's just look it up right now. I know you can't see, but I want to see... For some reason, it's giving me... No, Rosalia... Oh, shoot, I gotta go back to the normal Pokemon. Please bring me to Rosalia. Please. Slow computer. Okay. Yeah, I mean... Okay, let's look at these stats. Okay, so it had a base 100 special. It has a base 100 special attack, 65 speed, which is actually pretty decent. 45 defense and 80 special defense does get boosted very nicely with Eviolite support, but I think the real reason is because it needed Eviolite support, and that's really sucky. And especially when you can think about stuff like Tangrowth and Amoonguss who could just abuse leftovers, and there's a spider on my wall. And yeah, so I mean, it just gets outclassed, and it's unfortunate. I mean, Rosalia and Roserade are excellent Pokemon, but again, you have that outclassing. And the other outclassed Pokemon, which has made a giant leap down, is Stoutland. Has moved from RU to NU. If you may or may not remember, it used to be UU back when Sand was around. Then it got kicked to RU because Sand left, and then it got kicked to NU because it just doesn't work anymore. And this also affected the RU team I was building, because I was going to put Stoutland on, and then I saw the changes, and I looked at the Pokemon, and I'm going, no, this is not useful anymore. So, I mean, Stoutland is a very strong Pokemon, though, with a Choice Band or with a Life Orb, or even just a leftover support set like Super Blah runs. It's actually a very good Pokemon still, and I think it'll fit very nicely into NU. It might be outclassed by other normal types, but I mean, if you're looking for a Pokemon to try out numerous roles on, you can kind of make people second guess what they're doing, then, you know, Stoutland would be a good idea. Now, the last two Pokemon, because I do have to go to school in like 15 minutes, oh my goodness. Okay, so, the last two Pokemon were two that were in suspect testing when I wrote this list, and then I changed it up because in my last video I was speculating. In this video I'm going to talk about it, and that is Keldeo and Tornadus T. Their final decision was Keldeo will remain in OU while the bird will go to Ubers. My opinion? Finally a good call, yes. Keldeo, why were you questioning that from the beginning, okay? The thing has so many counters, or checks, it's nuts, okay? You got Jellicent is just as hard, screw you, to both its stabs, okay? You've got stuff like Gastrodon, you've got stuff like, I had a whole list, you got, like, even Venusaur, for the love of God, like, you can't hit that for stab either thing, because it's not gonna do much. You have to hit it with HP Ice. And about Keldeo, you have to use HP Ice, it doesn't get Ice Beam. And I think if it got Ice Beam, it'd be a lot more powerful. And, you know, you have to use HP Ice, and as a result, if you do that, then you can't use HP Grass when you come across, like, Gastrodon, or Jellicent, and then, you know, it's too many things can come in and take it. Having said that, it is a very powerful threat, because Specs Hydro Pump in the Rain does a lot of damage, and nothing really wants to take that. So, that's the thing, but I mean, it's got too many checks to make it a giant threat, and it's not used, it's used a lot, in my opinion, from battles that I'm watching. It is used a lot, but it's not like it's breaking the tier or anything. However, Tornadus T was breaking the tier, with nothing wanting to switch in on a Hurricane, and you know, you watched Heatran come in, Rotom Washes, you needed those Pokemon, and even then, taking two is very rare if they're using Life Orb or Specs, and that was the thing, like Tornadus T with Regenerator. It's just too good at scouting. Can come in on rocks. Think about it this way, ladies and Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I look like, by the way, when I upload. Comes in on rocks, 25% damage, okay? And then it goes for U-turn with a Life Orb, 35% damage. U-turns out, it gains 33% health back. So, in other words, you can scout with a bird with base 121 speed, using U-turn, coming in on rocks, which would definitely kill most Choice Scarfers, or, you know, most scouting Pokemon, like Scizor with Life Orb, or stuff like that. Think about that, and all of a sudden, hey, look, I'm coming in on something that would disadvantage most other U-turners that are Flying type, and it's making it out essentially unscathed. Unscathed? Unscarred. There we go. So, I mean, it's just way too good at this job. It can do many things. It can be physical, it can be special, it can be choiced, which is extremely threatening. Watch for that, Noobers. And, I mean, it's base 121 speed, and I'm actually not too sure about its special attack and attack. One moment. Whew, 110 special attack, 100 attack. Seems a little underwhelming, but that's not the reason why it was banned. Because it has access to, first of all, just such a powerful stab move, Hurricane, and in the rain, it's gonna hit all the time, and nothing really wants to take it, so... it will do well in Ubers. It will. And, it will make, I think they said that with this ban, it will kind of even out some of the, what's it called? It will even out some of the rain teams, and it might bring out more stall teams again, because that's what they're actually trying to do. Like, the stall era is coming back, ladies and gentlemen, for what I've been hearing people talking in the Pokemon Showdown chat, although not all of them are the brightest in the bunch, sorry to say. But, yeah. Like, it just seems like there's going to be quite a bit of changes in OU now that we've done these changes, or we banned out Tornadus T. But anyways, that's all I have to talk about today. It's actually a lot shorter upload than I had before. Leave your comments in the section below, in the comment section down there. Letting me know if you guys agree with me, disagree with me, if you have anything to add to what I have said. Hopefully the mic hasn't cut out. If it has, it's because these USB ports, they're dying. I don't know why. They just, once in a while, they just start dying. But I mean, the what's this called? The video hasn't died out, and as you can see, I can do this, and ooh, hello. And yeah, it hasn't cut out or anything. So I'm assuming they've worked, and you guys are hearing me properly and everything like that. And I'm trying to make it an even 20 minutes. I'm going to see if I can make it like that. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys have stayed around. If not, If I've missed anyone, or if anything has changed by the time you guys watch this, let me know. And you guys let me know what you think. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Uploads will be up soon. Gotta make these teams. I'm gonna start delegating some time to get back into it. But thank you so much for watching. I'm getting really impatient with waiting for this 20 minutes. And have an excellent day. Until then, everyone, peace.